Hello, friends. We are here to understand what is the impact on note ban and how exactly it impacts to the market. Is it really going to work very good or is it going to get crash? Let's understand in detail why note ban will happen normally. In any given situation, note ban will happen to curb the black money. Second point is reducing the counterfeit note. There are many fake currencies will be flooding across. That history also we have provided in this presentation. So just wait for us complete in detail. And also, if government wants to push the currency in terms of digital, or they wanted to reduce the currency notes and push for a digital payments, the note ban will happen. And controlling the inflation or tackling the hoarding of cash, government wants all the cash to be in the accounting so that it will be using for all the purposes to track every GDP or anything you can take. If the cash is transacted to the online, then it is more legal. If it is transacting through the cash, that will not get into the account in any cases. That's the reason we wanted, or government wanted it to bring it to the accounting system. So that is one way which can also help to build the controlling inflation, how exactly the money transactions are going on. Based upon that, inflation also can be planned much better. That's why even note ban also will be influenced this portion as well. And encouraging individuals to deposit their cash holdings to banks, and also government also interested each and every individual should deposit cash into the account, so that if they transfer more from their accounts or transact more from their accounts, it will be good for government to track everything and also provide the required benefits, required accountings, all these things. It will going to be a very good in terms of scenarios. And lastly, disrupting illicit activities such as laundering or terrorist funding. This is the highest priority when it considers a money or note ban, because most of the things which are happening from this side, if the money is being misused for our own money will be misused for us itself or our people, government will not like it in any case, because it is going to hamper our financial system. So that is the reason, as soon as if this such kind of an indication that there is a possibility of money laundering or terrorist financing, if all this happening, then government will take a highest priority to ban this note. Considering all this gives a highest priorities. So these are all the six factors when note is or note ban is being considered. Okay, so as soon as this note ban is announced, what all the activities which government has to do? Government has to plan taking care of public interest, because public will be using the currency notes. As soon as that notes get banned, public will get panic. So it is important or primary role for a government to take care of the public interest. So they will give all alternative possible plans where all the things they can get it energized their nodes, whether if it is banned, all these things, the circulars, everything will be given. And also at the same time they have to balance this macroeconomics like inflation or whatever the things, export import, everything has to be balanced. That also government will be keeping a track on this when before taking any action in terms of note ban. And social context, yes, this social context also will be keeping a tap by government. So these are all the basic things and will be well prepared when it is going to take an action. So when it is being a note ban, we don't have to get panic. We should be encouraging government, because there will be thought process put behind it. So that's the reason, even if you can notice on how exactly stock market behaves also, you will understand very clearly. Let's see how exactly market behaves during those time as well, with an example. So, who all gets impacted or benefited with the note ban? Salaried, farmers, and self-employed. 80% of the salaries paid through online. So the salaried class might not get impacted, because way back maybe 1990s or 2000s, people used to get salaries over their envelopes. Now most of the thing, everything gets converted into online and digital payments. Everything is to account. So salary class might not face that kind of a heat. Oh, my note is banned. No, they will not, they might not face that kind of a criticality. Maybe some small extent, but not to the larger extent. That small extent, government has given n number of options to make that as a legal, so that you don't need to worry. And 20% of currency exchanges with smaller denominations. 20% of the currency exchanges will happen in smaller denominations, means 500s, 100s, 200s, not like 2000 notes kind of a bigger notes. So salary class and farmers and all might not get impacted too much when it's impact of 2000 rupees ban note. So even salary class or farmers, no need to worry for this. And moreover, now these days digital online payment has been enabled, so 90% of the spends via UPI or Paytm cards, so that also will be taken care of. Only 10% might face a difficulty. For that also, answers or challenges have been given an answer by government, that's been taken care of. And now when it comes to real estate business, yes, this is going to get a major impact. It expects a temporary slowdown. This is one of the major aspect. And also you can see the positiveness of this. So price corrections possibilities are there. As soon as this real estate business gets slowed down, there may be a chances that price correction will happen during that time when banknote happens, and which eventually leads to transparency in future as well, and will give an confidence to the investors, will bring new investors, new people will get into the money, because it is going to as much as possible legal and transparency, because the bigger notes are not being used, all being economically legal. So, and affordable housing boost also, everybody can get the legal, every people, every salary classes also, there is a possibility of getting this lands or whatever real estate possibilities are there. If it is a larger notes or currency notes are being held by the real estate brokers or any political parties or anybody, there may be chances that they might put that money into the lands, that lands might get stuck. So when the currency bans, they cannot, they cannot do any purchases, so it will come into the legal. So, and also when it comes to the legal everything, then organized developers will come into the picture and will make it even more organized in a legal manner. So that real estate business will get even more organized when it comes to note ban. So note ban affect real estate for a temporary business slowdown, but in economically it will get more traction and more tracked and more feasibility as well, in terms of transparency, in terms of confidence level of investors. Everything will come into the legals, and it will give a confidence as well. And now finally the stock market, as soon as the note ban happens, there is a sentiment of people that, oh, they will have a fear, oh, market might get crash. So initial volatility will be there for sure, because of the tension or sentiments or having a fear factor, everything, initial volatility will be there. And impact on few factors like real estate, few segments or few sectors like real estate, consumer goods, that have a temporary impact, not in a larger way. Temporary impact will be there because these are all the things which is more cash used. So those industry might get affected, but not in a larger extent. And it might create a temporary liquidity issues also, because of the cash availability or no transactions. It might create a temporary liquidity in terms of stocks. People wanted a cash immediately, or whatever is note banned, they wanted to take it back, so there may be temporary liquidity. Stock might get crashed during that time because of the cash crunch. And also it equally boosts IT and digitized payment stocks. Real estate and consumer goods stocks might take a temporary downtrend, but on the other side, IT and digital payment stocks and all might take a boost. So these are all the effect might happen in terms of sectorial wise. Let us see how exactly banking stock works, because banking is the major where exactly the note ban will get attracted. So before getting into that, let's understand the note ban history. If we understand this note ban history, 1946, there was a note ban happened. That goal was to combat tax evasion via black money held outside the formal ecosystem. This was happened just before our independence. So, in 1946, there was one note ban. And 1978, the Janata Party coalition government demonetized bank notes of 1,000, 5,000, and 10,000. Again, in the hopes of curbing the counterfeit money and as well as black money. So, all the things are even counterfeit of money and as well as black money. Now, in 2016, why exactly it happened? Let us see. Between 2011 to 2016, between 2011 to 2016, the supply of 500 to 1,000 rupee note had grown by 76 to 108%. There was a supply of 500 notes by 76% and 1,000 rupees note by 108% respectively. While India's economy had only grown 30%. When government has induced so many 76 and 108% respectively, but technically only 30% was into the economic system and remaining was not into the economic system during this period. That's 2011 to 2016, that is 5 years. So many notes have been released, but only 30% came into the system. So that was a major setback for the government, right? So that's why what exactly government has thought, cash typically facilitated black money, because if they are not into the economic system, either it will be carried as a cash or a black money. The board was further told that measure was also intended to encourage greater financial inclusion. Government has to bring this black money into the system. And also they wanted to encourage the digitization, so that once the money comes into the account, it gives a booster economic growth. All this considering factor, in 2016, they have banned this 500 and 1,000 rupees note. As soon as they banned it, immediately most of the money has come into the economic system by legal. Whatever the scenario is, by 2016, most of the notes have been came into the accounts. This is the effect of note ban. As soon as this is done, note ban, within 1 year, market has boosted. Everybody money got circulated because everything came into the accounts. Everything came into the formalities. No more black monies carried. So that was given a major growth for a government. Let us see how exactly happened. Note ban 8th November, note ban has happened. So 8th November, this was the date. 8th November, this was small hammer kind of a candle which was there. On 8th November, the temporary. At 5:30, it was approved, and 8:15, our Honorable Prime Minister has announced that there is a note ban. Next day, market has come down to almost 1,200 points, gap down. And it has recovered on the same day. Do we know why exactly it recovered on the same day? Because the investors will temporarily, this will going to create a panic to the investors. What happened? My notes are banned. Once they understand the criticality, once they understood why exactly they have done this and the intention behind this, everything understood, they wanted to bring it to the system, economics into the system. So immediately got recovered by 1,200 points, and even next day also market has went up. After that, it has come down. Let us discuss in this different way why exactly it has come down. It is not because of note ban, but on a temporary, these day market has started at the lowest, that is 18,200, and it reached back up to 20,000 points. And look at this, within 2 years, it has crossed even 40,000 levels. By 2019, it was at the 40,000 levels. That much the economic system has brought into this. As soon as it touched the bottom, 2017, see, it has gone like a V shape. Market was growing drastically. So this was the political decision people call, but it is not political. This is economically much needed. It is whenever it is needed, it has to be taken the right decision. When it comes to, if you notice 2011, the reasons are very much clear here. From 2011 to 2016, 76 and 108% notes have been released, but only 30% into the economic system. Don't you think so? It is something like only people are carrying only black money. It is not into the economic system. It's a degrowth for the country. It is not for any political benefits. It is for our benefits. So that's why whenever the financial note ban things happens, we should consider, okay, there should be some positive impact, because these are the bigger decisions, cannot be just taken just in a one handed or for anybody particular interest. That we'll have to understand. So this is on the bank nifty behavior. So even this today, whatever yesterday they have announced that they are going to withdraw 2000 rupees notes. Temporarily it might impact volatility, but it will not impact in a larger way. So friends, don't have to worry. Okay, so during the 2016 they have banned 500 rupees and 1000 rupees note, and they have introduced 500 rupees and 2000 rupees new currencies. So why exactly? There is a practical example as well. The counterfeit banknotes detected directly in the banks. 1 rupee note have been detected continuously. Even 1 rupee note, there was a counterfeit. 2 rupee and 5 rupee note, also counterfeit. 10 rupee notes, 20 rupee notes, 50 rupee notes. And now look at this 500 new notes as well started counterfeiting. 199 they identified, and 9892 they have identified in the year of soon after 1 year of new launch of new notes. Look at this 2000 rupees note, 17,929 it has reached at 2017 to 18. Look at the counterfeits are happening. Look at the fake notes are being generated. Don't you think so? This is something like it is going to hamper our economic system. Because of this, they have to take a right measures of withdrawing the currencies. These are all the factors are doing that, influencing of currency withdrawn. So why now? Let's understand why has RBI withdrawn this 2000 rupees notes particularly. Why did not they do 500 rupees note, the new introduced? Though there is a injection in counterfeit notes here, right? The 9892 was a counterfeit note, but they have only withdrawn this 17,099, 929. So let's understand objective of 2000 rupees note. First, it's important to understand objective of this 2000 rupees note. To meet the economic and currency requirement faster, because as soon as when there was a ban in 2016, suddenly everybody got fear. Hey, what happened? My 500 rupees and 1000 rupees note is not there. I cannot do anything. I have a plans. I have a marriage, or I have so and so construction. I have so and so buying, or I'm having a function. There are so many fears will happen. Suddenly people will fear. We'll have to fasten that requirement, or we'll have to exchange that 500 rupees and 1000 rupees note faster. That's the reason, to accommodate that, they have brought in 2000 rupees note to make a supply chain or changes faster or rapid. They bought this note during the demonetization of 500 rupees and 1000 rupees, just to counter the situation of that particular time, exchange of speed. As the objective has met, once the objective was met, 2000 rupees objective has met, then it has to be taken care of, or it has to be called off, right? So that's why the printing of 2000 rupees note was stopped in 2018 to 2019. So it was stopped in 2018 itself, 18 to 19 itself. And it was planned for a lifespan of 4 to 5 years only. It was very well planned, 4 to 5 years. It is not something new we are hearing, right? So moreover, adequate notes are available to meet the demand. So adequate notes are available for 500 and 500 rupees. So why again we need 2000 rupees? It's a bigger currency as well, right? So we don't actually need it. That's the reason government is thinking of using the clean note policy. They will use the clean note policy. Whenever it's not needed, they will call it off. In view of the pursuance of clean note policy, RBI has decided to withdraw 2000 rupees note from the circulation. Because the objective, whatever the objective it was introduced, that objective has met, everything is done, then why still 2000 rupees not necessary? It is no more necessary, right? So that's the reason they have think to called off. The facility for deposit into accounts, actually RBI has given a slabs to make that facility. Exchange of this 2000 rupees note is available at all banks until September 30th, 2023. That is almost 4 to 5 months, 4 months on 120 to 125 days they have given. If even though if anybody is having like a tender of in a house or 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 1 lakh and all, if they can withdraw daily 20,000 rupees, that is 10 notes per day. But those who are having really black money, they should be having a concern how to exchange. But those who are really legally tendering, they don't have to worry. They can give a proof of this and then they can get it exchanged. So no need to get panic. Only thing is, if you have to panic, if you are having a black money. Otherwise, you can be rest assured you are going to be legally supported and protected as well. Don't worry about it. So, and also you have a facility to RBI regional offices that have issued departments. You can also get it extended in RBI regional offices as well till September 30th. So now note ban 2.0 or only 2000 rupees note withdraw. We still don't know, but currently it is only 2000 rupees note withdraw. That's all. After September 30th, what will happen? We do not know. We only know that 2000 rupees note has been called off. Till 30th September, it is available in the market. After that, we do not know, but it is going to be called off. So this was been announced on 20th May 2023. That is on Friday evening. So now we'll have to see what is going to happen in the market, right? Why exactly will called off? Let's understand. India will withdraw its highest denomination currency note from circulation. That is the announcement. The central bank said on Friday 20th May that 2000 rupees note introduced into circulation 2016 will remain legal tender till 30th September. But citizens have been asked to deposit or exchange these notes by September 30th, 2023. This is the regulations or rules they have passed. So only thing is they have nowhere mentioned it is a ban so far. It is only a exchange of currencies. If you have a 2000 rupees note, please get it exchanged before 30th of September. Currently, there is no information have been passed after 30th of September. What will happen? So it is still in a question mark for us whether it's going to ban or not. So in this situation, what will be our stock market behaves? The sentiment one. Market sentiment one, 2000 rupees note will not be largely used by salary farmers. The investors will think, okay, 2000 rupees note is a bigger note. Salaried people, anyway, they are getting money into the account. And farmers, why they will keep 2000 rupees note in terms of crores together? They will not keep it. So ruled out. So anyway, this will not impact much from the salary side and as well as farmers. And now coming back to the market sentiment two. This stored in the form of black money by real estate. There is a possibility that this might be stored in the form of black money by the real estates and rich peoples, and even many other ways, or many other rich peoples can have it. Any which ways, which was not infused into stock market. If this is in a black money, why, how exactly it can be infused into the stock market? It cannot be, right? It is be kept or stored somewhere. So this money cannot come into the system directly, or even it was not influencing in any way to the stock market. This will not might impact. Only thing is real estate sector may get affected temporarily. Temporary slowdown we might see. Otherwise, market injection might not happen too much, or a Nifty or Bank Nifty crash and all might not influence that much. So market sentiment 3. During next 120 days, these notes might get accounted officially, which might drive market booming too. In next 120 days, there are so many 2000 rupees note, currency note can get into account officially. Those accounts might boost our economy. As soon as our economy boosts, that might influence our stock market. Our Bank Nifty, for example, it is now trading around 40. Once the macroeconomic events started boosting, Bank Nifty might touch 50,000 points, right? 50,000 it might touch. And Nifty might cross 20,000, 22,000, 25,000 also it might cross. Right? Because so much money as getting to the account or in terms of white. The whatever black money is getting converted into white money, that can be, once it converts into white money, that can boost the economy as well in the positive sense. That one we are saying. We are not seeing, or we might not be seeing anywhere temporarily also negative sentiment we are not seeing. So maybe market might start with the gap down and start with the upper one. Otherwise, it might not go down and continuously going down only. It might not impact that much. We don't have to worry. So we can, to be on safer side, if you wanted to be on a long strangle, yeah, you can try that as well. Sorry. Thank you for watching this. Please click on like and share, subscribe.